In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace be upon you. Welcome to the new video on Mystical Islam channel. Dear friends, in today's video we will share with you a very strange and remarkable story about a Hindu girl. When her husband discovered that his wife had embraced Islam, you will be shocked to hear what happened next. This story is said to be a true incident from a small village in Uttar Pradesh. Yes, friends, the same Uttar Pradesh where the chief minister is Yogi Adityanath. This story is shared as a lesson for us all, and hearing it may strengthen your faith and bring joy to your heart. So, stay with us until the end of the video. The incident is from a small village in Uttar Pradesh, where a Hindu and a Muslim family lived next to each other. There was a little Hindu girl, about 4 or 5 years old, who would often visit her friend's house nearby to play. Just like children play in the neighborhood, this girl used to go play at her friend's house, who was a Muslim. The Muslim girl's mother used to teach the Quran to children at home. The Hindu girl would play for a while with her friend, and then, when the Muslim mother would call her daughter for Quran lessons, the Hindu girl would sit quietly beside her and watch the Quran being taught. Gradually, the Hindu girl developed a desire to read the Quran. One day, she asked her friend's mother, "Auntie, I also want to learn the Quran." The mother then started teaching her alongside her own daughter. Slowly, the Hindu girl learned the basics and then began reading the Quran regularly with her friend. She did not tell her parents about this, and they were unaware of her learning. By the time the Muslim girl had completed the Quran, the Hindu girl had also learned it in full. Years passed, and the girl grew up. Her parents arranged her marriage to a non-Muslim Hindu man who was a staunch anti-Muslim. He did not even like to see Muslims, let alone speak to them, because he had been misguided about them. The girl visited her friend's mother before her marriage and said, "I have learned the entire Quran from you. I have also secretly recited the Islamic Declaration of Faith, Kalma, but I cannot reveal this to my family. If I do, there will be chaos, and I may be thrown out of the house. Now, I am about to marry a man who dislikes even the sight of Muslims." Hearing this, the friend's mother said, "My dear, if your love for the Quran is true, trust in Allah. He will protect your faith." As a wedding gift, the mother prepared a beautifully wrapped Quran for the girl, asking her family not to open it until it was given to her at her in-laws' place. The girl's mother agreed, and the girl got married. She took the gift to her new home, where she hid the Quran in a box. Whenever her husband went to work, she would take out the Quran and secretly read it. Several years passed, and the girl became pregnant. She worried about her unborn child's faith, since she had kept her own faith hidden. She prayed to Allah for guidance on how she could teach her child the Kalma. However, she saw no way to confess her faith in front of her husband. Then, one day, her husband fell seriously ill and had to undergo medical tests. When the results came back, he was devastated to learn that he had cancer and little hope of survival. The husband returned home, crying, and told his wife, "You are beautiful, loyal, loving, and pious, but our time together is limited. I only have 1 month left to live." He shared the entire hospital ordeal with her. The wife too began to cry, but she comforted him, saying, "Don't worry. I have a remedy, and I believe you will recover. But promise me you won't question anything I do." The husband agreed, promising to accept whatever she asked if he recovered. The girl then started reciting Surah Al-Fatiha over him, as she had seen her friend's mother do when someone was sick. The husband, curious, asked what she was doing. She replied, "I am treating you, and you promised not to ask any questions." He stopped questioning her after that. A month later, they went for a medical checkup, and the doctors were stunned by the results. There was no trace of cancer. It was as if he had never had the disease. The husband was fully cured by the grace of Allah. Overjoyed, he asked his wife how this was possible and what she wanted him to do in return. Without hesitation, she shared her entire story, how she used to visit her friend's house as a child, learned the Quran secretly, and received it as a gift, which she continued to read in hiding. She then asked her husband to recite the Kalma and embrace Islam. The husband, unable to refuse because of his promise, recited the Kalma. The woman later gave birth to a son who was born a Muslim. The entire family had now embraced Islam. However, they still feared the reaction from their extended family and community. The husband reassured his wife, saying, "Don't worry about it.
I will handle this, inshallah." The husband then applied for a job at a major company in Saudi Arabia, and by Allah's mercy, he got the job. The entire family moved to Saudi Arabia, where they began a new life. They now regularly read the Quran and performed the 5 daily prayers. Dear friends, this is a sign of Allah's mercy. He guides whom He wills. We pray that Allah grants us the ability to read the Quran and follow its teachings. Ameen. That was today's video. If you liked it, please like, share, and leave your feedback in the comments section. See you in the next video. Until then, farewell. The moral of this story is about the transformative power of faith, love, and trust in Allah. It teaches us that true guidance comes from a sincere heart, and when someone finds the light of truth, no external force can diminish it. The story highlights the power of the Quran. The girl's journey shows how the Quran can touch hearts and bring people closer to the truth, even in the most unexpected circumstances. Trust in Allah's plan. Despite the fear and challenges she faced, the girl put her trust in Allah, and He provided a way for her and her family to embrace faith peacefully. Faith and healing. The act of reciting Surah Al-Fatiha with true belief demonstrates the spiritual power of prayer and faith in healing, beyond just physical remedies. Guidance comes from Allah. This story emphasizes that Allah guides whom He wills, regardless of their background or circumstances, and that sincere love for the faith can overcome all barriers. Keeping promises and honesty. The story also illustrates the importance of keeping promises and being honest in relationships. The husband's acceptance of the truth and his promise played a key role in their transformation. In essence, the story reminds us that Allah's mercy is limitless, and true faith can change lives in the most profound ways. It encourages us to trust in Allah, remain steadfast in our beliefs, and be kind and honest with those around us.